What is going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash the like button right now, as it does help these videos get to the public and the channel to grow. Subscribe to this channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos on here weekly, almost every single day if I can, guys, and turn on post notifications too, so you don't miss a single video that I post. It's only right to you guys. I think there's about 8 or 9 teams, legitimately, maybe even 10 teams, that you can make the argument for that they can win a Super Bowl, okay? There's a lot of contenders in the AFC, there's a lot of contenders in the NFC, okay? The NFL's loaded with a ton of great teams. But who's gonna be the worst team? We're gonna discuss that today. And I'm gonna start right, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat who I firmly believe will be the worst team in football, and I'll go into the other teams I think. I think there are 5 teams this year that are gonna compete for being the worst team in football. But if I had to bet money, if my guess was who the worst team in football this year is going to be, it's going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. And look, the other contenders for this title of quote-unquote worst team in football, I'm going to say the Miami Dolphins, I'm going to say the New York Giants, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Washington Redskins. They will all battle it out for being some of the 5 worst teams in football this year. And I could see a scenario where all 5 of those teams could finish with the worst record in football. Why are the Bengals, in my opinion, going to be the worst team in football this year, you might ask, okay? Now, before I get into why they're going to be a bad team, I do think the Bengals have a shot to potentially prove me wrong. I will not be shocked if they, win about 6 or 7 games, maybe. But I ain't going to bet on it. I will not bet on the Bengals doing that at all, okay? But getting to my point, the Bengals have some bright spots on their team, obviously. They do. They have some bright spots. Tyler Boyd's a solid wide receiver. Even though AJ Green is going to be out for most of the season this upcoming year, he's a very good wide receiver. They got Carlos Dunlap. They got Geno Atkins. You got Jesse Bates, who was a very good player last year for them. A very good young ascending player in their secondary. I like Jesse Bates a lot. Billy Price, pretty good player, and Joe Mixon's a pretty good player. They have a rookie head coach in Zach Taylor this year. And everyone wants to point to Sean McVay, Matt Nagy, and they're saying, hey, Zach Taylor worked under Sean McVay. He's going to be good. And I just think people that say that really miss the big picture in the NFL, okay? Sean McVay and Matt Nagy are exceptions to the rulebook, for one, okay? They're exceptions to the rulebook. But let's also look at the fact that Sean McVay and Matt Nagy were working with much better teams. The Bengals are not a very good team. They're just not. They're the 4th best team in their own division, guys. They're not a very talented team. They have some good players in some spots, but again, you can have solid players in some spots, but that does not make them an entire football team. 2 or 3 great elite players does not win you football games on a consistent basis, Sunday to Sunday, in the National Football League. It just doesn't happen. 3 players cannot carry a team to victory in the NFL. In basketball, you give me 3 or 4 stars, you're going to win games. In baseball, maybe you potentially could be a great offense. But again, in football, you need all of your teammates in full sync to be a great playoff and Super Bowl contender. The Bengals, they're good in some spots, but as a team overall, they're not a very good roster. And like I said, the Bengals division is a very tough division. They are by far the worst team in that division, and they have the worst quarterback in that division. So they have the worst quarterback in a very tough division, and quarterback is the most important position on the football field. And the Bengals are way behind the 8 ball in that regard. Andy Dalton, to me, has peaked. He is what he is. He's a decent quarterback at best, okay? Andy Dalton is 31 years old. He's not going to have AJ Green this year, okay? He has a bad offensive line to play behind. Tyler Eifert is always hurt, okay? Andy Dalton is not going to pull this team up and bring them to victories this year. I just don't believe it. I just see it to believe it. And this Bengals defense is terrible. Last year, they were the third worst scoring defense and the worst total defense, okay? Their secondary is terrible. Their linebackers are not very good. They have decent pass rushers, but again, this defense as a whole is not where it needs to be. I have the Bengals finishing as the worst team in football. I think they win 3 games this year. I really do. This division is tough. They have the worst quarterback in that division. They have a quarterback that I don't think is going to be any better than he has been in the past. He's not going to get any better. They don't have AJ Green to start the year. Tyler Eifert's always hurt, and I think Joe Mixon's a very good player, but again, your running back is as good as your offensive line. The Bengals offensive line is not where it needs to be. I have the Bengals finishing as the worst team in football this year, in my humble opinion. They are going to be picking number 1 overall at the end of the season. I really do believe that. And look, I fully will acknowledge that you can be a competitive team and still lose games. The Bengals might be competitive this year. They might be competitive this year. But that is not, just because you're competitive does not mean you're going to win games, okay? That's one thing. The New York Giants, to me, are the next worst team in football that I'm going to talk about. The New York Giants, to me, are going to be one of the bottom 5 teams in all of football this year. The Giants, by far, are the worst team in their own division, okay? They're not a very good team. The Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, the Washington Redskins, from a roster standpoint, are a better football team than the New York Football Giants. They don't have the best players in that division. They have the worst roster in that division. So that's one thing. They're not going to be a good team because they're the 4th worst team in their own division. They're going to finish last in their division, in my opinion, okay? Look, Saquon Barkley is very good, but where are the other great playmakers on offense for this team? This team is not good. Evan Ingram is a very good tight end. Other than that, they don't have very many great game-changing players on the offensive side of the football, okay? The defense is not very good. They have absolutely no pass rush, okay? Olivier Vernon, who was their best pass rusher last year, is no longer on the football team. He's gone. He's in Cleveland now, okay? Landon Collins, their best player arguably on the defense last year, is gone. He was a game changer. He's no longer there, okay? He's gone. The linebackers, they suck. They're not very good. The Giants have one of the worst linebacking cores in all of football as far as the inside linebacker position goes. They're not very good, okay? The secondary is okay. Jenkins is decent. DeAndre Baker is decent. I like DeAndre Baker out of Georgia. I think he has some promise. Dexter Lawrence is going to be a decent D tackle to me. But again, this defense is nowhere near elite. They do not have any pass rushers, okay? If Oshane Sims is potentially your best pass rusher, okay, the kid you drafted this year in the draft in about the 3rd round, I believe. Yeah, I think the 3rd round, you drafted Oshane Sims. I just don't see this team being able to get after the quarterback and make quarterbacks uncomfortable. They'll have a decent run defense, but the Giants defense to me is nowhere near where it needs to be. It's improved. It's better than last year, but it's still nowhere near where it needs to be. And to me, the Giants starting quarterback, Eli Manning, is not very good. He's a bottom level quarterback. Eli Manning is barely a starting level quarterback today. He's not very good. He's just not. He's not good anymore. His best years are past him. Eli Manning's numbers last year looked serviceable because he had Odell Beckham Jr., okay? Eli Manning was a bottom 5 level quarterback last year with Odell Beckham Jr. That's one of the 4 or 5 best wide receivers in all of football. Odell Beckham Jr. made Eli Manning's numbers look respectable last year. And Eli Manning looked like a bum with Odell Beckham Jr., one of the 3 or 4 best wide receivers in all of football. He will absolutely regress this year. Now he's older, okay? He has more wear and tear on his body. He's an older player. His arm strength is going to be even worse this year, okay? OBJ is no longer there. He's not going to be able to pad his stats, okay? He doesn't have very many great game changers in the wide receiver position. And while the Giants' offensive line is improved, I will give them that. They have improved their offensive line. It's still nowhere near where it needs to be. And to me, look, John Mara, the co-owner of the Giants, has said that they will not start Daniel Jones this year if Eli Manning is healthy. So to me, they're going to have a bottom 5 quarterback pretty much playing all of these games. I get it. Even if Daniel Jones does play this year, even if he does live up to the hype or potentially proves all the haters wrong, including me, who's not very high on Daniel Jones, to me, Dwayne Haskins, Kyler Murray, Drew Lock, and Will Grier, yes, Will Grier of the Carolina Panthers will have a better career than Daniel Jones. You heard it here first. Down the road, I do believe Will Grier will get his shot in the NFL, and once he gets that shot, he will absolutely take the league by storm. Will Grier is being slept on. He is going to be a great quarterback. He's better than Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is the 5th best quarterback from that draft. But even if Daniel Jones does pan out to be a very good quarterback, in my opinion, okay? He had a very good preseason. I'll give him that. But if he does pan out to be a great quarterback, he's a rookie. Okay, he's going to make rookie mistakes. He's not going to be just great right off the bat. Okay, he's going to be thrown right into the fire. I don't think Daniel Jones is ready quite yet to be the starter for the Giants, okay? So again, a lot of questions at quarterback. I don't see this team being good at all. And flat out to me, Pat Shurmur is a bum at head coach. Pat Shurmur is not a good head coach. What is his record? Look at Pat Shurmur's past record, okay? Pat Shurmur is a good offensive mind, but he's nowhere near the level to be a head coach, okay? He's not a great head coach. Up next for me, as far as being one of the worst teams in the NFL this coming season, is going to be the Miami Dolphins. Okay, the Miami Dolphins to me will be one of the worst teams in football for a couple reasons. To me, again, like I said, they like the Giants, they like the Bengals. To me, are the worst team as far as a roster standpoint goes in their division. They're the worst team in their division. Okay. I think the New York Jets made enough moves in the offseason to move them ahead of the Dolphins. Okay, I really do. The Jets improved their offensive line. They improved their running back group. Okay, they added Le'Veon Bell. They improved their wide receivers. They improved their defense. Okay, and I think that Sam Darnold is going to take a big step in year number 2. He was really coming on at the end of last season. I think that Adam Gase is a very good head coach. The Dolphins lost a very good head coach, in my opinion, and Adam Gase is the same guy. that had a winning record with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. He got Ryan Tannehill to the playoffs, guys. He's gotten the best out of quarterbacks in the past. He's won games in the past with Tim Tebow, okay? He's been on rosters where Tim Tebow has won games, okay? Adam Gase is a very good offensive-minded head coach. Quarterbacks usually do pretty good under Adam Gase, okay? He's a solid head coach, and the Dolphins lose that head coach. They're going to have a rookie head coach in Brian Flores, who I do think has a lot of promise, but again, he's a rookie head coach, okay? You know, we have to see what he does. I have to see Brian Flores flourish in this system and with his team to believe that he's going to be this elite great head coach. I think Brian Flores is going to be a solid head coach, but again, not the coach that Adam Gase once was. And there is absolutely no pass rush on this team. The Dolphins' pass rush is terrible. It's they have one of the worst pass rushes in all football, okay? They lost Cameron Wake. They lost Robert Quinn. They have no one to get after the quarterback this year, guys. They cannot rush the passer. They can't get sacks on the quarterback. The quarterbacks are going to do whatever they want versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins cannot bully quarterbacks, okay? They will not get any consistent pressure on the quarterback this year. They just do not have the players to do it, guys. They don't have the players to do it. And as far as the Miami Dolphins quarterbacks go, again, I'm not sold. Okay, look, Ryan Fitzpatrick is very good in spots, okay? He's not a consistent starting quarterback, okay? There's a reason Ryan Fitzpatrick has been on 8 NFL teams in his career. This is going to be his 8th NFL team. There's a reason, because he's very inconsistent. He's not been a very good quarterback throughout his career, okay? He was very good in some spots last year in Tampa Bay, but he's not a consistent starter. And Josh Rosen, I was not very sold on Josh Rosen coming out of college. I really wasn't. Josh Rosen, to me, provides nothing special for you, okay? If he does not have a clean pocket, he's doomed. He's not great at improvising. He doesn't extend plays very well. And to me, Josh Rosen, he has a lot of injury concerns as well, okay? And look, when you pressure Josh Rosen, he does not handle the blitzes very well, okay? When you pressure Josh Rosen, he's going to struggle. And again, I'm not going to base last year on how I feel about Josh Rosen, because I do think the Arizona Cardinals were such a bad football team last year that he was in no position to succeed, okay? But again, I'm going based on what I thought in college. I didn't think Josh Rosen would be very good in college, and so far in the NFL, hasn't been very good. So up next, I'm going to roll with the Arizona Cardinals as being one of the worst teams in football this year. I really do. I think the Arizona Cardinals will win 5 games this year. I think they're going to be improved. I think they're going to be competitive, but I just don't think in the end they will win a lot of games. Look, and listen, I'm a big Kyler Murray fan. Kyler Murray, I've said this in the past. He's the best combination of a runner and thrower that the draft has ever seen. His combination to throw the ball and run the ball was unlike anyone in NFL history coming out of college. He's a special athlete. He's going to be a successful quarterback down the road. But again, Cliff Kingsbury, I'm assuming he's more suited for the NFL because in college, he didn't do very good in college, okay? He got fired by his alumni, okay? That's embarrassing. If you get fired by your alumni, then man, something's wrong with you. But anyway, Cliff Kingsbury to me just didn't have he didn't get the amount of good recruits that he needed to succeed at Texas Tech. To me, in college, in order to be a good college football team, you have to be able to recruit at a pretty high level. You have to go out and get the players that you want to fit your scheme. And Cliff Kingsbury, to me, just doesn't seem like he's a very good recruiter of high school talent. Okay, he's not a very good evaluator of high school talent. He didn't get very many good recruits at Texas Tech. So I do think he might potentially could work in the NFL. But again, he's a rookie head coach. And Kyler Murray, while I do think he's going to be a special player down the road, Kyler Murray really only had 1 year starting in college. Okay, now again, is Kyler Murray going to make some wow plays this year? You betcha. Kyler Murray's going to dance on people. He's going to make some great plays. But Kyler Murray is very inexperienced at the college level even. He only had 1 full year starting in Oklahoma. People have to realize that because Baker Mayfield was so good, because Baker Mayfield threw so many touchdown passes, because Deshaun Watson was so good as a rookie, because Carson Wentz was so good as a rookie, because Dak Prescott was so good as a rookie, because so many of these great quarterbacks that have come out and balled in the NFL these last 3, 4, 5, 6 years coming out of college, they've all had a lot of college experience. And Kyler Murray has 1 year of experience at Oklahoma. So again, he might be a great player, but the NFL level to the college level is a huge jump. And I just don't see Kyler Murray making that huge leap immediately. And again, this division in itself is going to be a dogfight. Again, the Cardinals are the worst team in their own division. They just flat out are. They're the worst team in their division. Okay? The Seahawks are better. The Rams, who just made the Super Bowl, are better. The 49ers, I made a video about them. I think the 49ers are going to win 10 games. They're a better football team than you guys. So again, Arizona's going to be a competitive team. But you were picking number 1 in the draft last year for a reason, because you were not a good football team. You don't fix all those issues in one season. I see the Cardinals being improved. I see Kyler Murray potentially winning Rookie of the Year, but I don't see them winning a lot of football games this year. The Washington Redskins. Look, I am high on Dwayne Haskins. I really am. Kind of like Kyler Murray. I think Dwayne Haskins is going to work in the NFL. He's going to be a stud. I think Dwayne Haskins will end up being the best quarterback in this entire draft. I really do. I think he's a great arm. He's a great leader. He got better and better at Ohio State as the season went on. He has a strong arm, throws with great touch, great accuracy. The kid's big. He's strong. He can avoid pressure at times. He's a very underrated athlete, in my opinion. And to me, Dwayne Haskins played his best football versus the best competition last year. He shredded the best defenses in college football last season. So Dwayne Haskins, I think he's going to eventually ball in the National Football League. But again, like Kyler Murray, he only has 1 year of experience starting in college. That usually does not translate to wins right away. So again, the quarterbacks that you have starting potentially over Dwayne Haskins are Colt McCoy and Case Keenum. That's not the answer at quarterback. Case Keenum and Colt McCoy are not set to succeed on this Washington Redskins team. They're just not set to succeed at all. While I do think the Redskins have an underrated defense, again, Trent Williams, their star offensive lineman, he wants out of Washington. He's potentially looking to leave the team. Okay, so that's one thing that's working against you, okay? You know, the wide receivers. I like Kelvin Harmon. I think he was a steal in the draft. I like Terry McLaurin. I think he's definitely going to catch some great passes from Dwayne Haskins. But when Terry McLaurin and Kelvin Harmon are potentially going to be your number 1 wide receivers, you know, Josh Doxson's a bust. Josh Doxson is terrible. He's not good. And Jordan Reed is always hurt, guys. The Washington Redskins, to me, just don't have enough elite players on the perimeter to consistently beat teams and consistently get big explosive plays on offense. So again, and to me, guys, I'm sorry, but Jay Gruden is not a very good head coach. Jay Gruden is not the answer for head coach for the Washington Redskins at all. I think he is a bum. There's nothing special about him, and I will be shocked if he's potentially the head coach after this season for the Redskins, because I don't think they will have a good season, and as a result, I do think he will be fired potentially at the end of the season. You know, Jay Gruden, you know, the clock is kind of ticking with him, so I don't think that the Redskins are going to, you know, keep him on the staff if the Redskins have, yet again, another bad season, okay? So, there you have it on the screen. These are the 5 teams I feel are the worst teams in all of football. I do firmly believe that the Cincinnati Bengals will finish with the worst record in football this year. However, the other 4 teams, I would not be shocked if they finish with a worse record than the Bengals in 2019-2020. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? You know, or potentially if it doesn't, you know, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, you know, get other people hip to this channel, you know, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.